side of my life. My clutch, something's going on with my clutch. I think it's a throwout bearing. Well, it doesn't really have a bearing. It has kind of a fiber bushing type thing. I'll show it to you, but yeah, it's shifting real stiff. The clutch is not slipping, but it's kind of stiff going into gear, and I'm going to investigate that. I'm going to get into that thing and see just exactly what's going on. You know, one thing about it, when you build a car, you know how to fix it. You better. All right, see ya. What this thing is doing is, well, it just started to get real stiff going into gear. It just didn't want to go into gear, and so the first thing I did, of course, was get into clutch linkage a little bit to try and release the clutch a little more, and that's not the problem. Here's it. Anyway, I extended it out a little bit, and that didn't help, so I extended it a little bit more, and it just didn't help. It's releasing all the way. The clutch is not slipping. So I went out to the Hot Rod Cafe Friday night to cruise in, and discovered on the way back, well, first of all, while I was out there, Dr. Kerwood, my rat rod buddy, got looking at it and noticed that I lost my spring, my return spring on the clutch pedal, and it used to be there and it fell off unbeknownst to me, and I should have been watching for things like that, but I didn't. So consequently the spring is gone, and that's not a good thing. That's just like riding a clutch, you know, so that's not good. Anyway, I'm going to get into it and see kind of what's going on with that clutch. We've got a car show coming up next week, and I really want to go to, and it's up in way up in the Tules. I guess up toward the wheat fields, and kind of in the middle of nowhere kind of thing. I didn't go last year, the first year, but they said everybody that went said they had a really good time, and you just couldn't believe the old rigs that come out of the barns and the fields up there and show up for this thing. So sounds like a lot of fun, and I want to go to that, but I want to have this thing operational. There's some guys here on YouTube that are just a wealth of knowledge here, you know, and I don't want to apologize right now because I know I'll leave somebody out, and I don't mean to, but just a couple of people that come to mind that are a good source of information. And you know, old George, he worked on his own stuff a long time, and especially on the old stuff, old school stuff, I think he's a good guy to go to. And there's a lot of others, younger guys too, you know, Mr. Heavy Chevy, he knows his way around, and these old rigs, and Chevaholic, and it amazes me, these young guys, how much they know about this stuff. I don't know anything about building a car. I never pretend to. I just had the desire to get in there and just do it. Learn as you go. That's how I've learned all my life. But there are some guys that know this stuff really well. Chevy Scrounger, he's another good guy. He's got a lot of info on old Cutworm. He knows his way around the rig pretty good, and there's just a lot of them, you know. Of course, Jeff Bradshaw, excellent mechanic. Two-stroke turbo. Musty One, he's a good mechanic. You know, nothing scares him. He seems to know. And there's another guy that Mr. Comatose just seems to know a lot about a lot of different things. And you know, I don't know that he's been exposed to that much more of it than I have, but he has certainly retained a lot more than I have. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get over there and get that other seat yanked out, and I guess that's all I want to say. It's just kind of fun to know these guys and watch them do their builds, and they seem to know exactly what to do and what they're doing, and I just kind of fumble along and do everything by braille, but I don't have a lot of knowledge. I just have a lot of want to. So I've got the want to right now to yank the transmission out of this thing, and that is what I am going to do.